again
Hey.
after some time.
Yeah,
It's now Friday. Last time was Monday or Saturday, Sunday?
Sunday. Yeah, but they do not know that though because there are two videos right from Tuesday and Wednesday, Tuesday and Thursday. Yeah.
Okay. So, but pre-recordings. Okay, so we have a little bit of a topic list here. We thought we might start with a banger, which
Yeah.
was the Tesla launch of what was it? The robot and the Cybercab.
Yeah. That was a big thing though.
Yeah, you sent me like the 2 hours, I think it
Yeah.
was. 2 hours of just a huge thing on YouTube.
Yeah.
New robot. Yeah. What was it about? You watched it. I haven't barely watched
Yeah,
it.
I watched half of it. The first he introduces the Robocab, basically the autonomous taxis without any steering wheels or pedals. It looks like a rip-off version of Model 3 and Model
Yeah.
S kind of, but little bit of futuristic touch. But it looks very nice though, I would say.
Yeah.
Futuristic.
I mean,
And-
logistically it makes sense, right?
Yeah, and they had like 20 of them. So
Oh.
they also is saying like it might start production like 2027ish or 2076 end or something like that, but like his promises generally doesn't agree with the timelines and reality sometimes, so I guess like 2028 maybe or
2030, yeah.
2030 there will be a robotaxi. So far he's planning to introduce them in California and Austin it seems.
Okay.
And they introduced a Robovan,
Yeah, what is the thing's
the
name?
big bus. It's a fucking electric
okay.
bus for 20 people capacity. It's the same deal. No steering, nothing. It feels like a merry-go-round or something, a
God.
roller coaster or something. It looks very cool. It's like he said, like it will be like a park ride or something.
Yeah, it looks very futuristic for
Mm.
sure, but I don't know about the safety of them.
Yeah, I mean, the Tesla is like so far considered to be one of the safest cars in the road. With with almost all the restrictions they were given, they were 5 stars. Safety everywhere.
Oh, really?
Everywhere,
Okay.
yeah.
5
And
stars.
yeah, and in the book also, he frustrates his Tesla engineers by saying that a human being drives the car with just 2 eyes. Why can't a car with 8 cameras cannot do better than that?
I
So,
see.
Yeah. The thing is also like, but the problem with camera being an engineer is like cameras cannot see a lot of things, especially let's say in a fog, heavy rain, or a smog day. In that times you need radar. Sometimes radar doesn't work. You need lidar.
Yeah, because it only reacts to like the changes in light essentially. So if there's something that blocks
Yeah.
it, they can't like think that there's
Yeah.
something behind it. If you see.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah. So it just reacts to the light.
And also he gets frustrated whenever somebody dies in a Tesla car or something. He just questions that, like.
Or was the owner who did it?
No, he says like, yeah, of course that also because they have the camera right everywhere. So they are recording people trying to fake insurance things. They can clearly show evidences.
Yeah. So
And another thing is, he just says like, dude, at the same day, at the same minute, probably 100 other accidents happen in the entire world by human error. Nobody says anything, but yeah, we understand. I mean, like it's a human emotional thing which he doesn't have. So I mean, we are a huge fan of him, but still, he has his flaws, kind of. But yeah.
Yeah, but you can't have everything.
Yeah.
You
I mean, of course, he's like a huge gift to humanity, man. Fucking did so much shit for Tesla and the entire world, like 5-6 company CEO. Every company is $1 billion company at this point.
Yeah, but it doesn't beat the Indian guy that you showed me. I think yesterday who died.
Yeah, I mean, but those companies are. I mean, not all of them are.
What was his name again?
Tata.
Tata. Who did like what was it? 100 different companies.
Yeah, maybe more. I don't know. Yeah.
Everything has his name in it.
From steel to fucking food items to everything is there. Yeah. And then another thing is for me the coolest thing is as a robotics master student, like he introduced the Optimus robot again.
Yeah.
Like dozen of them. You know where I stopped the video, where I mean currently Optimus is dancing in a disco booth, and then it's gonna be serving them, you know, in the bar.
Oh.
They are down that's what I'm gonna watch after this podcast actually. So excited to see all the things, and whatever the cars, robotaxi, everything are trained on the data. The same data can be used for the Optimus as well. So they're basically using the same data, only the motion is bipedal here instead of a monocular like transmission and wheel-based locomotion. But yeah.
So that's probably why they're launching the two at the same time, because it's kind of related technology.
Yeah. I mean, they take away a lot of inspiration. It's actually all three: SpaceX, Tesla, and Optimus. And also, he wants to make Tesla as a, you know, not just a car company. Tesla into some kind of a robotics company or automation company kind of, and then they have Optimus in it, autonomous driving in it, and of course they also do the power walls, the solar renewable. So renewable automation.
Oh yeah, the solar panels. So
Yeah,
I forgot they did that.
Yeah. That's a big business. You know who started that business? Elon Musk cousins actually.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Like their entire family is successful. Like the brother. Too. You know he does a lot of the agriculture.
The food cook. He's a cook, celebrity chef kind of, you know.
But also, isn't one of his brothers also doing like agriculture technology?
I'm not sure though. He has only one brother and one sister. Yeah, that's the guy I think. Yeah, he does food related, nutrition, cooking, restaurants.
I didn't know he was a chef or something.
He's a chef, yeah.
Oh.
Every time when they were doing the SpaceX launches during the initial days, to ease up the thing or the launch failed or something, he'll cook for everybody.
Oh, nice.
He feels like
that's useful. Yeah.
It's like such a nostalgic, very cool experience, right? Yeah, for them at least. Yeah. So Optimus was there, and then he's saying the price will be like, you know, can you guess how much the single Optimus bought?
For one Optimus?
Yeah.
Oh God. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, I saw them walk out, but...
How much will one cost for an average civilian?
3,000.
I mean, $35,000, $30,000 he's saying. Oh. But saying there are 8
That's a car.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. 8 billion people are there, but as more people could join the thing, the price will automatically drop and competition. And of course, there will be a Chinese competitor fucking giving it for 100th of the price.
Yeah, you can, and then people can start buying him and selling him on for like noodle shops. Things eventually will be there. That's very dystopian, in my opinion. Just having.
I mean, the thing is, just imagine it can do so many things, man. Taking care of your kitchen, that's one thing. Food, cooking, cleaning, washing clothes, laundry, freaking doing your finances. I don't know, like everything. Like
I just for some reason imagine it just mistakes like you're a family pet for the dishes and just drowns them.
Just thinks it's a trash at this point. Dumps it out. Yeah.
A rat creature. Yeah, but maybe pest control. But it's just so dystopian to imagine at some point there will be a Mark 1 Optimus probably serving you ramen somewhere.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I mean, it's just like he gave the example of this thing, you know, for the RoboCab without pedals or steering or anything. He said like during earlier days in the elevator there used to be a guy who will press the buttons, right? Now it's all automated.
Oh yeah, that's okay.
Now it's all automated. We don't even know. In future, you just sit in a car, go. You just sleep, wake up in a place.
Yeah, you won't even know that you used to have a steering wheel. I see what you mean.
And he gave the example of you have a car, 1/5 of the time or 1/10 of the time it's being useless. It's just standing there. By doing this, like a robotaxi thing, you can buy the car. It's $30,000, the same price it seems, like the Model 3 kind of, you know, which we can buy, he says. But the thing is, like, you can literally make money out of it. You go somewhere and then
you just rent it out or let it go somewhere and transport people. Of course, people are gonna obviously throw
and it's
up.
autonomous. We can trust it a bit that it won't freaking
Yeah,
dead.
but what will it do about? Because that's a problem for Ubers, right? When they transport drunk people, they piss, they poop,
Yeah,
they vomit.
that's going to be there all the time, right? But in that way, like Uber or Lyft is not going bankrupt right yet. I mean, like if they are able to solve,
That's because
survive.
the people are cleaning it up, though.
Yeah, I mean, even if you see the video of that thing,
God.
they were showing it's all spilled with food and everything. There is a autonomous robotic hand that sucks everything. It's cleaning also is done in like a Tesla, like a like
little
a garage,
arm.
Garage, like where they.
It goes through a garage and then it
like
kind of cleans it.
Yeah, it's cool though.
Was that for the taxi?
Yeah, I mean they did not say anything about it, but it was just shown like it was filled with dirt after all the trips. The thing just makes it clean.
That's actually kind of nice.
Yeah, it is like a wholesome video. Yeah, it was good actually.
Maybe some Optimus will clean it.
Yeah, I mean, you could use it for better things, but yeah.
Less expensive things.
I mean, imagine so many problems won't come, man. You won't forget your relations, partner's birthday, freaking none of those things. You want to buy a gift or something, anything you want to do.
Yeah, you could just
write
whip
a
out.
letter, send an email, freaking already things are getting automated in that aspect, and soon, like basically, like it's like a most intelligent virtual or like or a personal assistant, most intelligent personal assistant. At the moment it's virtual because of AI based solutions. Soon it is going to be like in the form of a hardware, walking with you, running at your own pace, or even better, lifting more than you, or something crazy.
And then it starts beating you up.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah.
But the robots, right? The Optimus things, are they all linked to a single kind of cloud and get updated, or do they kind of stop?
Same as the car.
Okay.
On their updates. You don't have to go to the dealership ever after getting the car unless it breaks down or something.
Yeah, so people can buy the cyber cab for themselves as well.
Yeah.
I thought it was like.
Yeah, it's a consumer kind of a thing, It's like and also because it's like a Tesla thing, everybody wants to try, right? Like
initially anyway.
Like Google's Waymo is there, it's there forever, but nobody knows Waymo. Do you know Waymo?
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's a self-driving company of Google. Or Google acquired it, I don't know. Google invested in it or incubated it, something like that.
Are they the one having like self-driving cars in Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Okay.
And those cars has a LiDAR or a radar which is $65,000 one piece.
Oh my god.
So that one thing you can buy 2 Teslas actually. So it's like for its base price. Of course it won't be, we cannot buy anything for base price because it's trash can basically, but yeah.
At that point, yeah, it would be a trash can.
Yeah, I very excited though. Like the way Tesla is doing, he's trying to keep up the hype. Many car companies go bankrupt. Gets acquired. It's like destroyed. Yeah. If Tesla dies, renewable electric car thing probably will die along with it. It cannot die. That's like, it's something like very important for the civilization a bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Which is strange.
And as long as he's alive, he's not gonna let it die, and hopefully he finds a replacement after him. I don't know. And SpaceX is also killing it, by the way. The Starship is getting, NASA is looking forward to its successful launch and return.
Oh, what was the program that NASA has about the moon launching?
I don't know though.
Oh, it had a name, something.
Artemis.
Close. Artemis, I think. Wait. Do we want to try the screen share thing?
Yeah.
We talked about this before we started recording. We got to learn how to do screen recordings.
So what we have decided is to take you guys with us. So, yep, you can start typing out, sir.
Did it work?
I mean, it should work. Yep.
Yeah, there we are.
Yeah.
Nice. Was it Artemis?
I don't know. NASA moon mission.
I think it was Artemis. The Artemis program. Yeah, it's this one.
Oh yeah, that one of the YouTubers is also going, right, as one of the...
I remember I was so excited when they started talking about it because I was just envisioning that they did this shit in a week.
I mean, NASA became so, kind of slow.
Yeah, I don't like the, and also the astronauts that they chose for this is they're really not charismatic at all, which I think is somewhat important when you're doing like voyages like this.
And also they at this point they just give the entire project to SpaceX
And
unanimously.
Yeah.
And like nothing happens.
What was Bezos' company called again? Blue Ocean.
Blue Origin.
Blue Origin.
Origin Blue. Something. Yeah, it doesn't matter. They haven't done one shit now. So far they went till.
Yeah, these are the people.
Yeah, these are the first people, I guess. I think so. I remember.
The group is bigger than this though.
Yeah. I mean, the everyday astronaut guy, there's a YouTuber who's flying here, One of the guys is a YouTuber.
Or is it the guy that keeps streaming the launches?
Yeah. And then Elon gives a private tour to him every time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's probably why he continues doing it.
Everyday astronaut. He's such a famous guy, dude.
Everyday astronaut.
Yeah.
Yeah, because just the Artemis program, I was so excited when it came out because I thought they would do it so...
1.66, and she just goes with Elon Musk, and then they both just go and talk about it.
I remember...
And then Blue Origin, see? Jeff Bezos is talking about that. See, oh my god, I did not know this though. See, John Elon was 3 months before Starship. He will do everything, man. And you know what happened? One time, they both were going on a tour. Okay, this happens all the time.
I remember.
He asked something to Elon, and then that's a good idea. Maybe we should do that.
And then they integrated it and everything. I remember that actually.
And then he makes these merchandises, high details, Falcon stuff.
This guy doesn't seem very everyday. He's on every side.
Dude, he's such a nerd. See, everything is Elon Musk. Every single interview. He likes anything space every day, everything space.
It's such a cool thing to do as a
good,
profession.
Interesting niche. Now he's chosen to be for the astronaut program. That's the craziest thing, right?
Yeah, because he's done such a good job at publicizing it, I think.
Yeah, I don't know where it is, but he let his family members know that he's part of the one who is going to space. It'll be crazy. Just think about it, telling your family that you'll be going to space soon. Oh my god.
I made it to the program, guys.
Okay, so yeah, let's go back to the...
But just go back to the Artemis thing, because I wanted to look at when they're planning on doing things. Have you looked at the program at all?
I have no clue.
Okay, so the plan is to go to the moon and then establish a moon colony, essentially. And they do that in different steps. There they are. Human landing system. This is, I think this type. No, here. So eventually they'll have this gateway, which is between other planets, I think. Here we are. They have like launch dates for everything. So they've already started, I guess. No. It's not as obvious as it used to be. Why is it always scrolling up your mouse?
Yeah, you can actually stop it now.
Oh, this is much better. Oh god.
It's for fast scrolling up and down,
Oh, okay.
You see?
Huge missions.
Go up with the date was there.
Oh, where?
Go.
Launch. Oh. Splashdown. This is just like the very next thing, I can't really find the final.
It's okay. Let's see. Yeah. So,
it's okay.
What else? Let's go back. Yeah. So,
there we are. But yeah, I really like the kind of tech that Elon makes, because it's like if a child were to design the future, that's what he would make in a way, if you see what I mean. You gotta make robots, self-driving cars, spaceships, cyber...
And blowtorch, fire blowtorch.
And then of course the neural link. How many people have you done now with the neural link?
They did the second person, but they haven't revealed anything about the second person yet.
Okay.
At least as far as I know. Yeah, but that first guy, poor guy, is like half of his wires came off. But they figured out just by fixing the software with the just remaining of the electrode, they were able to fix 80% of his stuff back. It's crazy.
What do you mean 80%? Do you mean 80% of the lost wires or 80% of the function?
Yeah, last wires means
Okay.
all the functionality they gave. 100%
Okay.
yes, they got like most of it back.
But it's not a huge amount of time before it just started loosening.
Yeah, the reason is they just found out for the first time that brain sloshes inside the skull. They thought it only moves so much.
Oh,
Now
yeah, because they're anchoring it to the skull, the
Yeah.
chip itself, and then they have these wires running to the
Exactly.
brain. Okay, yeah.
So it is now sloshing a lot. So just think,
Yeah.
he is paraplegic, like he's not even moving that fast. You and me or
Yeah,
fighters
walking around it will fall out.
how much the brain moves then? Just think about it. How much the brain moves. Then they have to now for the next version they are accounting for all those things. Dude, they will fix man. Like third, fourth version will be
Yeah,
like
that's true.
it'll be like, and then fifth, sixth version like they'll be like God mode. Like you cannot compete in anything. Like they outperform in everything, math, intelligence, IQ, freaking everything.
Maybe emotions.
Languages will be like a joke.
Yeah, that's also true. God damn it. Learning the traditional way will be like a separate category.
Yeah, it's like a losing category. Like, yeah, nobody will do that ever.
I just hope it doesn't become as essential as a smartphone has become, because right now you cannot do anything without a smartphone.
I mean, that's the entire goal, right? Now, Elon was saying, like, one of the interviews that, like, smartphone is almost your body part. Now, if you don't have your phone, are you not panicking? I'm panicking for a electronic device which we never used to panic, right? The days before 2000.
That's also
nobody
true.
cared. Now, so he's saying, why to carry? Just integrate it with you.
I see it, yeah.
You never have to worry about it.
Oh God, but I guess the reason people don't really like the linking is because it's more difficult to disconnect, if you see what I mean. If you want to disconnect from your phone,
yeah, I mean that's what probably they'll figure out and fix, I guess. Like even in that first guy, the thing is just they have to put this piece of the skull back or a mold or something that they can put. They can remove the thing actually. It doesn't have to be there. But the guy is so excited who is having the thing.
Yeah, obviously.
He loves it. He does not want to give it back. He was the latest one. They said we cannot because I don't know. Because they just put the electrodes in the exact places, right? Now if they take it out, again there's a hole and then you put another
again.
thing.
Yeah, will you end up
I don't know how
degrading?
it works. Yeah, start fucking with the neural networks.
You'll become dependent on it. You can't work without it because you've just like torn your natural brain to shreds.
I actually forgot though something very interesting. Maybe you should take a note of that. Like there is a company that is doing computation with biological cells or DNA. I think you can literally run your AI algorithms and stuff with the biological computer. It's like just DNA or something. They just store information or run calculations through DNA or something through living organisms.
Yeah, I've seen.
And DNA storage, that's all some big research areas, very interesting ones, which I would also at some point in the podcast in future will cover it.
Oh God.
And speaking of all those Elon Musk and stuff, did you see this endorsement for Trump? Oh God. So like,
I mean, yeah, his endorsement of Trump was very ecstatic, I guess.
Yeah,
that would be.
He's so pumped. He became a child as he walked to the stairs and
God.
came up.
I think most people are mostly laughing at the absolute.
The thing is also he was so positive though.
It was so positive, but I mean, in that moment, he didn't look like the smartest man on earth.
Yeah, exactly. He looked, like a child in a candy shop or something. I don't know. So for some reason he was so excited. But also he's very smart politically speaking. Every time a party is gonna win, he predicts it and then he joins them. I mean, I think you have to be somewhat like that to make all of his stuff work, right? Like SpaceX cannot work without NASA or the government support to some extent, to help at least in funding or some financial.
Yeah, that's probably why he's so engaged in it, because
regulations.
Like last election, I think he told that he voted for Biden. I think something like that. I mean,
I'm not sure
on that. Don't quote me on that. But like, and they won eventually. So it does make sense that the wealthiest man knows the political landscape a little bit better than most people.
Especially he has to know to make the moves for his companies, right? Every company.
Yeah, exactly.
Like imagine the Neuralink is gonna come like to consumer level, freaking. He has to go to the FDA.
Imagine if people in our class start having it, then what?
Yeah, and then inequality. Speaking of inequality, like people with money, for you probably the Norwegian government will pay you. Like, we coming from India, like to sell our kidneys to get access to Neuralink.
What do you think will be the first person to get it in our class if they were to get it? I mean, this isn't.
I mean,
who has the funding?
You.
No.
Your government. All Norwegians first, I guess.
Yeah, for those people that.
Probably Indians are the last, and probably Indians are those who are engineering it. Who knows?
You'll be making it.
They'll be making the chips, yeah.
And they'll be wearing it. Yeah, for people that don't know, people that from Norway typically can search for a loan from the government, and that's how they usually fund their studies abroad.
I mean, that's like a very nice thing, you know, like no other country does it. That's like such a big deal, actually.
It's a low interest loan, so it's quite good. As long as
in India, nobody trusts anybody. You have to freaking keep your home, all your parents,
family, everything.
To freaking come here, but I mean, it is what it is. Like,
but somewhat, it's that too.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were to give $1 to each of them,
I mean, in terms of trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just the people that you know live in your country.
My thing was like, I always used to think, you know, why the fuck the universities don't join up with the banks here to give the loans? Because immigrants come here, most people want to start working in Europe, right?
Yeah.
So why not you tie up with the local national banks and give the loans, and then you cancel the degree if I'm not going to pay you back. You know, you see what I mean? Cancel my legal right to work or do anything. So, obviously, most immigrants, at least coming from India, are the highest earners in Germany. But the highest earning immigrant community is Indians, by a mile.
Yeah.
So, like, we are paying the money back. So, why not the universities help us, you know? I wish that was a thing, you know. Is that something there in Norway, Christian, already?
No. Not that I know of.
Okay. I thought you were gonna get some information about it.
Almost, 18% almost of the world population is Indian people. So
yeah.
Of course they're gonna earn a lot, I think, because India overtook China as the most populous country in the world.
I mean, that's because their population is starting to fall, right?
Yeah, because of the one-child policy.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think about that? I think people are saying it's almost irreversible at this point. Now the government is encouraging. Nobody wants to have even one kid because of the inflation, quality of life. Yeah, they are so happy to just fuck and live together rather than have a child or raise a family, because it's all a lot of obligations, right? So there's
a lot of extra costs too, and most people can't afford it in China.
Yeah.
That's the problem, because what was it, real estate bubble?
Yeah, I mean, everything is a bubble, right? Like sanctions and stuff, like.
When you live in a country like that, that's why you gotta maintain democracy, man.
Yeah.
Or else it doesn't work.
So China is very unique because it's somewhat like a capitalistic still dictatorship, you know.
Yeah.
That's the unique thing. That's where Russia is the place it is. China is the place where it is actually. It is also capitalistic. That means you have to let billionaires, rich people, or people do business, free trade. At the same time, you hold the control. That's like the smartest winning strategy, you know, at least for China from what I see. It has the best of USA and Russia together as one country, I guess.
Yeah, but it is failing relative to China. I think if it just went normal capitalism like America, then it would be better off.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's the best.
I mean, but the thing is, it's hard to maintain control on that. I mean, I would say not supporting dictatorship, but I'm just saying like they might not have reached this level if not for like strong hold of like let's freaking do production for anything and everything, like you know, like most people might not have done if it's a democracy, you know, like I don't know, like India has to catch up China will be a joke. Like they are fighting with USA for the top spot. India's like not even.
Yeah, I see what you mean there, that it's not that close, even though it is kind of a capitalist.
It's a good democracy, same population size, similar, even though culture is different, but yeah, you see what I mean, like.
Yeah, but China isn't, no, I can't really say that either, because China has most climates. because it's such a large country.
Yeah. They even have the snow stuff as well. Yeah, everything is there.
Because I was just thinking maybe it's something to do with disease and.
Nah, I don't know. They have like that. It's one of the oldest cultures. They have the traditional medicine, just like India has. Like those people.
Everything is a medicine.
Yeah, food is medicine in India, by the way. So yeah, for every disease they'll say, okay, eat that leaf. That leaf will be in the garden. Like something.
Yeah.
It's like no pill system. But nowadays, westernization, diabetic, everybody is into pills, man. My parents, my grandparents.
What is the overweight population in India now? Because we just said like yesterday it was 70% in US.
No, that's USA.
Yeah, and it's the same in Norway. Remember we googled it.
Is it 70%?
60 to 70.
Wow. Yeah, but nobody will know though. That Norway has a lot of obesity. But your guys' obesity is still a joke, like.
Okay, we get different statistics based on how we search it. So we searched it this. It was today, right? That we searched it. Was it today that we searched the overweight population?
Yeah, I think so. Because why did the topic come? Yeah, I was talking about the Joe Rogan podcast. The doctors came, the failing food system in USA, right? Manufacturing and food. So they were saying like 75% of Americans are obese and stuff. Yeah.
Thing is, it kind of depends because these statistics they always make them so difficult to read. I don't know if that's a problem everywhere else, but at least for Norway it's so difficult. Like here, if I just Google overweight in Norway, like percentage, it says 23% of men between the age of 40 to 49. It's the least relevant statistic in the world.
Yeah.
Between the ages of 40 to 49, not even 50.
Yeah, it's somewhat like a middle age or crossing middle age, I guess.
42% of women between 40 to 49 as BMI under 25. What? That's the most convoluted way to say overweight. 42% of women between the age of 40 to 49 are below a BMI of 25, which is healthy is 25 maximum, I think. Because we checked yours, right? It was
25.2.
Yeah, exactly. So that was on the edge of being healthy. So that's the most convoluted way of saying that
60% people are fucked.
Yeah. Oh my god. See what I mean?
But I would have never imagined, because Sweden is healthy, right? I mean, I have seen Swedish people, like all of them.
Yeah. That's also fine. Like, I don't really think about it a lot that people are overweight, I guess.
Yeah, it's become such a normalcy. Like,
maybe, yeah. But it's based on BMI, so I don't really know. But I just like that just addresses a big problem, I think, with this stupid statistics.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, like, I'm really happy that I have started going to the gym for the last 2 months and the weight is falling off. And I've just promised to him and my girlfriend that I stop sugar, completely cold turkey, but still eating
that's
carbs.
That's your bane.
Yeah, I mean, first few days it was like shit. Now, no more cravings, it's fine. I just made my mind, like, okay, I'm not eating.
Yeah, hopefully I think you'll stick to it. And at least keep you accountable when I'm here. I'll try at least. For sure. As soon as we'll stick to that.
So, what is the next topic should we cover?
We covered the Tesla launch and then we kind of went off track. So the next thing was kind of technical in the same way, or technological. It was the different kind of gadgets that we use for studying.
Yeah, that's a awesome topic. Yeah.
So this is more directed towards students, I guess?
Yeah, mostly people in universities and colleges, I guess. Or high school, I don't know.
Yeah, high school would also benefit from this, I think. So what do we use for studying?
I just gone pee while continue.
He bought this breathing device, Expandalung, which is the weirdest looking thing ever. It's supposed to help your breathing intercostal muscles, which is a fancy way of saying the rib muscles. So if you stretch yourself, you can kind of feel them. And maybe the diaphragm, probably, because it is a muscle and you do have to train it. Or you don't have to, but it is possible to train it. I don't know if it becomes hypertrophic, which means bigger, but like a bicep does. But who knows, maybe you'll get a buff diaphragm. It's mostly a ligament though. not as much of a muscle as everything else. But yeah, this weird thing he holds and owns. He has a bunch of weird things. That's the next topic, by the way. All the weird gadgets that he has lying around. It's so many. I have no idea what most of these do. And that's just the stuff immediately available. You also have back here, the printer itself and everything that is made on the printer, like boats. And, oh god. This guy isn't single, but he purchases like he is, I think. He owns a trucking gear, so he can play Truck Simulator, and of course Flight Simulator, like any sane human. I would never buy that myself because I would feel terrible the entire time, because that's everything takes so long to do. He's also got a mechanical keyboard. Everything is bought somehow off the weirdest kind of sales they could possibly find, so everything is discounted. Sometimes it shows, but usually not. He owns all these weird gadgets. Wait, there's probably more. Yeah, he has a shelf on his screen to keep his gadgets. Like this. Oh yeah, that's for the light. We didn't even adjust that. Look at that. This is dumb. Okay. I'm waiting for him to come back. He's about to return, so don't you worry. He bought this today. What was it? Game console with 600 different games from the 90s and 80s. He won't ever touch it. He keeps buying these games, but he never touches them. It's just... Hello, sir. We are back again.
Yeah.
So back to the gadgets thing that we just touched on. So the most essential gadget, I think, of all, besides a computer, is, in my opinion, a screen that you can write on with a pen. For me, it's an iPad.
And for me,
it's a lot.
ThinkPad. So if you are a Windows guy or you are a walled garden Apple guy.
Hey, don't call it walled garden. It's not. Okay, maybe a little bit, but
yeah.
It's so much nicer.
Yeah, of course, it is premium. But the cost of his pen is like my cost of my laptop, though. Like,
yeah,
so it's like
that's a fair point. But you can, a little advice if you're trying to buy these things. On certain websites, like for us, we purchased it on Allegro, which is a Polish kind of, what would you call it?
Amazon?
eBay? Amazon is better.
Yeah.
Amazon, not eBay, because eBay is like used stuff.
Yeah.
Allegro is like Polish Amazon, and there they have certain times they have the exhibition models, and that's what this is, and also the pen is.
Yeah.
So all of them are this, and they'll be significantly cheaper, like several thousand less.
Yeah. Mine is
not
like
dollars, by the way.
very similar thing. Once again, I got a used one from a refurbished seller, so that's why it is so much cheaper. And I really like it because the previous pen that I had for my older tablet works for this. Battery is lasting. It's small, portable. It's still a laptop. It can do a lot of yoga things, all those things. So I really like it, and I'm happy with my purchase. How happy are you?
Extremely happy with it, because I think it's really important when you buy these things that first of all try to get them for a little bit cheaper, because you don't want to ruin yourself. But second of all, for this kind of stuff, it's really useful because I use this for only working and nothing else. So therefore, it's a way of getting into the flow of working, if you see what I mean.
What are the annoying points, the pain points of your device?
The battery is really good. It lasts several days.
Really?
Yeah, a day and a half.
Wow. Okay.
But I have very few apps on. I have two apps.
For me, mine is fine, but sometimes I install a lot of things in my laptop, so mine comes like one day full use, not even full one day, but it's like a used laptop, I know, so what can I expect? So it's fine. But for whatever I wanted to do, it does it without any problems. And because it has Windows and I am a Windows user, for so many softwares that I can do cross devices, still the same platform, so it's like awesome for me. In future I can record literally in this thing, the entire thing currently what we are recording in a 3000 euro laptop, you see what I mean? So it's just a 500 zloty with like 100 and like let's say 150 euros basically, so it really does the job. So
yeah, the main complaint is the price, I think, for this.
Price.
And the cover.
Yeah.
I mean, I got lucky that I got things for free. That's also something you can do. Ask your family or something if they have something.
Yeah, but which family has? No family has
Probably.
Accidentally an extra tablet case like with the keyboard.
But I bought this model because I knew my mom had an extra keyboard.
Okay.
So that's something you can take into account.
Yeah.
But yeah, the reason we get them though is because writing is always better than typing when it comes to making notes for studying. And that is, I can say that with pretty high confidence.
And what is better than writing? Drawing,
mind mapping. In that way, okay, so mind maps is a lot better. This is kind of the way that we study.
Yeah.
It has changed the way that we study, and it made it a lot easier, because before I just used to write word for word everything, and then I'll just try to memorize the thing.
Brute
force the entire thing, and I sat literally 16 hours every day almost. I like
killing yourself.
Yeah. I barely slept like 4 or 5 hours every
and
night.
Also the biggest pain is that's at least will happen like through drive and motivation, but the biggest pain point is like when you have to revise everything again.
Yeah, and you don't remember
anything. That's a pain
anything.
in the ass. Now with this thing, revision is nothing.
Yeah, we spent a week revising an entire semester.
Yeah.
It was insane.
That too, we were slacking a lot.
Yeah,
we spent a couple of hours a day. We did the entire semester. That's all.
Yeah.
3-4 hours a day. That's all. Because it was more diagrammatic, like it's so much easier, and retention is so good and long term.
That's the main thing. It takes a little bit longer to make initially, but the retention on these things, they last a lot better, and it is a technical method. I think the technical word for it is, method of Loci.
Loci, however you can say, or pegging method. You store information in a specific place, and you could go to the location and you can get it back. In this case, we draw the things whenever we get a medical condition or a disease. I basically remember like what was the funny diagram that I drew, or where was it in the entire bigger picture of diseases, and it's purely filled with drawings. If there is ulcer, I'll draw some kind of bleeding in the epithelial cells, or like pus will be yellow color, and lymph node enlargement will be like bigger picture.
It kind of ends up looking like this for me. This is one of for parasites. That's the more recent ones. So it just looks it looks very
more diagrammatic and reduce as many text as possible. One rule of thumb is it should not have any sentences. You can have words, but it's only words,
Yeah,
so
only singular
keywords.
words.
So you pick the keywords wisely, and you'll get very mature with using these kind of techniques. For example,
this is a preparation for an entire half year. Of content.
See, and if you guys have to revise this thing, it will take 1 hour, half an hour, maybe 1-2 hours max, and it will be fun. It will be,
because you remember the
if I have to revise half a semester with slides and books and notes and presentation,
100 pages.
I just hate my life.
And like the specific information that you have to remember, it gets difficult after some time, in my opinion, because like so many things are similar. At least when it comes to medicine, there's so many conditions that are similar but not the same. So
and the key differences that we have to point out when they ask the question, we have to understand the questions, like they miss the questions a lot, and make our life miserable, but
So that's the main reason we get an iPad, because it allows you to make these diagrammatic equivalents
Yeah.
And it's not like we do fairly well on tests as well, I think.
Yeah. I mean, with the simple fact is like retention. You remember shit. Whatever I studied, I can confidently say I remember, But imagine reading the textual notes of sentences.
Yeah.
Can you say confidently that you remember the entire 1 year of whatever shit you read? Now, at least the keywords and the important things in a more vivid, bright, funny, ridiculous way, that makes sense for me. I can remember as long as I want to.
Yeah, and they should be the keyword to remember is that they should be extremely abstract, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The more abstract it is, not just making it weird, that isn't the same as making it abstract. It's kind of catching the essence of the entire sentence or word or whatever the logic is behind the disease. Like, what's the main thing? Say that something catches it makes you have strokes or something, then and then all the symptoms are based off the single stroke or something. Then you can draw something based on that. Like, what is the abstract version of that? If it's the disease that causes strokes, then I think about blood and I think about suddenly stopping. So maybe like a car crashes.
Yeah, for me, what I think is stroke, right? Like his shirt has the straight buttons. I think stroke is a straight line. I just will start drawing lines on a man, that a stick figure that I drew. So you see, both of us have different way of imagining things. And it still works for both of us, you see, like on an instant. And then I will never forget like which disease causes the stroke as because of the way I stored it.
I aced pharmacology because of it. Because pharmacology is mostly just memorizing stuff. It isn't a whole lot more than that. But where's pharmacology there? Like the final exam that was pretty easy to begin with, but it made it so much easier. For NSAIDs, it's actually the hardest one for me.
Yeah, that became very funny when I started drawing stuff though.
And the reason we don't do single sentences, the reason we don't do paragraphs, we don't write anything like that, is because it makes a whole lot more sense for, I think, humans to connect these kind of things if it's visually represented in front of you, and you got like arrows between the concepts in a very flowing way. So you end up using the arrows to describe what you want to say anyway. So
and I think we just diverted to methods of study, but it's fine. But so the entire point is you need a tablet and a freaking pen to survive medical school or most engineering schools where you have to remember a lot of stuff.
Engineering specifically,
So tablet. Then what else do you recommend? What else do you have?
Exactly. Here's the second thing that is kind of useful. A phone. But not only a phone, but a specific app on the phone. It's called Anki. It's a digital flashcard maker. You can also import from sources. Most medical students will probably know of Anki because we just have to memorize, brute force a lot of things.
And also understands the human forgetting curve and makes you revise the stuff that you'll automatically forget as time passes by. And of course, see, most people are having an Android or a Apple device, so this app is there in both the OSs. It's very well, it's syncable between devices and platforms. So you can sync it in your PC, create the cards in your PC, study it in the phone while commuting, It's a very powerful feature.
Yeah, it uses space repetition in order to make you keep remembering it, because you will forget it. And the reason you do digital one over, I think I already.
Of course, actually. Portability and
portability, and you don't spend as much time finding your card.
And never lose it mostly, I guess.
Yeah, unless you use your phone.
You can still sync it with the PC, so it's the next phone will automatically.
You have no excuses. But an important thing to note, as I didn't go out too much detail when I talked about it last time, I think that was like the second episode or something, I mentioned it briefly. The reason you don't, an important thing to note is that you don't make too many cards. If you have over 100 things, you should either condense them to a single card to get the knowledge more compressed, or you should maybe think about the information in another way that you can decrease the amount of cards or see if it's necessary.
Because once again what happens is it becomes the same way of writing notes, when you start filling up Anki cards. I had thousands of cards, I never went back. Never went back and read out.
You don't want to climb a mountain.
Total waste of time,
You don't want to climb that mountain, right?
I still remember the biochemistry. I made 800 for one semester, 800 for another semester. It never went back.
Yeah, because it can get too extreme sometimes. Sometimes you have like the most cards I've ever had for my entire 5th semester was 280 cards. So that's not terrible, I think. But
phone, laptop, and a laptop. Phone, tablet, and then
the actual laptop, and then what else?
I guess that's all as simple as that. A laptop, a tablet. If you we highly recommend a tablet or a laptop / tablet like mine, which is very very cheap too in the second-hand market. You use it as a laptop, take notes as a tablet, and then a phone. You can finish everything 100,000 euros.
And look into study techniques, because it will help you. And like memorization techniques, that's what you did for the most part. You just had a lot of memorization techniques. You went to, what was the website you used?
Memory League,
Memoryleague.org. Okay, memoryleague.org. For me, I went to a guy called Justin Sung, icanstudy.com in one word. And they focus a lot on many different study techniques. I haven't gone through the whole course. I think I'm barely even at the start, but still it's enough to have made me do well enough that I can start focusing on other things.
So still the course is there? I thought you would have...
No, I have not finished that because it's a lot of work, that thing.
No, but how much is still there though?
How much is still there? I would say I'm 20% through.
But what are the new things they will see? Whatever they taught 20%, you use it extremely.
That's the only thing. I'm just using that extremely.
Yeah, but what else they can add? I'm not sure though.
I can't tell you because I haven't gone through it.
I mean, I cannot imagine what is the rest 80% will be. It will be fucking nuts. Okay.
Yeah, it gets extreme. Like the guy, what was his name again? Not Justin Sung, but he has a co-founder who is in medical school right now.
Okay, it's okay.
His co-founder he crammed the entire year worth of content in 3 days. From nothing to acing it, which is that's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
It was immunology he did it in. That's heavy. Like you have to do the entirety of immunology in 3 days. You know nothing about it. You attended some of the lectures.
Yeah.
Because he's obviously a co-founder of a large company, so he doesn't have a lot of time. So yeah, you can get really, like, the potential for it is really good. So I would recommend icanstudy.com. It's a little bit pricey, $150 a year. It's not terrible. If you invest in it. I still have the rest of the year for myself. So
I mean, I personally like the one-time lifetime payment, so it's like lifetime access, so that's the thing I like. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed our podcast today.
It was a bit rambly, but I think we still made it in the end.
Yeah, started with Elon Musk, Trump, and then finally how to study.
It all ends back at school. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, even though we don't want to. Okay, I think we'll wrap it up then.
Yes, sir. See you.
See you guys.
Bye.